Greetings, everyone. Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, and welcome to the latest episode in the Project Dramond series, where I talk about the various things that I'm working on here with Project Dramond. And you might notice that today the map behind me doesn't it's not the Project Dramond header image that I used for the first 3 months, and that's because the last few videos I've been sharing screenshots of the things that we've been working on, and in this case I'm sharing a screenshot of the city of Parthana, which is the major city where all of the action starts. For those of you who have been following along with the brainstorming series that my brother and I have done, and the book layouts and everything else and the outlines. The city of Parthana is the major settlement where the humans decided to set their primary base of operations, and this is where the Church of the Elderways has their headquarters, as well as the Circle of Mages, at least just before the events that kick off the grand adventure that is a part of the primary campaign that's going on. Because we have the point and click adventure game, we have the tabletop game, and we have the book series. And all of those revolve around this mysterious plague that started. And the plague was so deadly and it spun out of control so wildly that the Church of the Elder Ways decided to actually erect a barrier around the city of Parthana, but not before attacking the Circle of Mages, which is right here on the map. And if you know from the brainstorming episodes, the Circle of Mages, those towers no longer exist. They were blown up in the explosion that happened when the Church of the Elderways decided to attack the Tower of Mages. And there was a great battle between the elemental magic and the quantum energies, and big explosion. Those towers are no longer there, and everyone who could get out in time got out, and the rest of the people got trapped inside when the Church of the Elderways erected their barrier around the city to contain the plague. And this is also when the Church of the Elderways decided to start their very literal witch hunt and hunt down all elven mages and put them to the stake. So this tower that you see represented here, this doesn't actually exist in the Parthana that is happening in terms of where the book series is at and everything else. But because the first campaign module kind of starts during the prologue of the main book, Parthana is still very much an active city. We actually are starting off the first book in the series. The prologue of that book starts off in Parthana, and we're being introduced to the city as it was prior to the events of the plague. And then as the plague starts to happen, we see that unfold in real time through the prologue of the first novel. The first campaign module that is being created for the tabletop campaign also takes place in Parthana, and you're going to be playing through those same events in real time and hopefully getting your party out of the city in some way or another before the Church of the Elderways erects their barrier and locks everybody in with the plague. So as a result, the very first map that I'm doing for the module is the city of Parthana, and then from here I'm going to be going in and breaking down the various sections of the city where you're going to be going and adventuring. You won't be exploring all of the cities with the campaign, but you will be going into some of the districts and doing some quests there on your way. Now, what you don't see in this map is and I got to make sure that I'm pointing in the right direction. It's this way. The Church of the Elder Ways, which is up here in that corner of the map, but we don't see that because the screenshot that I took was of this corner, because I haven't finished working on that corner of the map yet. That corner of the map is being done. I'll be working on that today, the rest of this week. Right now, I've been focused on these two areas here, which we've got. Here we've got the Elven district, and then over here we've got the Dwarven district. So this is kind of like basically from this. Let's see if I can do the fingers correctly. That road right there that cuts across. No, excuse me. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's the one that goes the other way. I can't figure out how to make my hand do that. Whatever. It's the one that goes from the bottom left to the top right. That map separates kind of the distinction. So from the bay down, we have the Fey district, and then on the other side of the map, which is that upper side of the map up in here, we've got the human districts. Um, so I've been working on kind of, you can see here, we've got, come in here with my finger here. We've got the Dwarven district here. We've got the basically the market right off the major square. We've got the Elven district, and then above we've got the here. Yeah, there we go. The one of the warehouse districts, and then outside of town we've got some farms. And if we go further north, there's a white lighthouse and a windmill. Well, you can see the windmill in the top corner of that right there, but there's a lighthouse up there and some other stuff. So, um, Parthana is a big map. That's what I'm working on. Worked on that last week. I'll be finishing it up this week. And once I get that done, we'll be going in and I'm doing the next one is going to be the market district. I got to do the market and the dwarven district and probably this. You can only see this right here. You can see a snippet of it, but this is like the I don't want to call it the poor section, but it kind of does have a crappy section to it. This is the human section where you've got a lot of just the taverns and inns and blacksmiths and homes. It's kind of like the suburbs, so to speak, except we don't have subdivisions. It's just lots of people live there, and it's mostly human. And we're going to be going in there, and the slums are kind of in that district, but back up against the wall, which you can see down here in the corner. There's a wall that runs up that way, and the buildings closest to the wall are kind of living in kind of squalor and stuff. So we're going to be going into some of those places. We're definitely going to have the docks, which are above me here, but I'm not sure if we're going to be setting it here in this district. This is a major warehouse district, but there's also this warehouse district over here, which is a little more posh. You can't see it because the menu's blocking it, but the Fuwar Trading Agency has their headquarters up there over by the cathedral and stuff. So there's some fun places that I'm going to be laying out for the actual campaign module, and yeah. So this is all being done in Incarnate. If you want to check those guys out, it was really inexpensive. I almost said inaffordable. That's not true. It was very inexpensive. I think I picked up a annual subscription for like 30 bucks or something, and it is a pretty cool tool to make maps and stuff. I haven't even started touching the battleground maps and stuff like that yet, so we'll see. In the meantime, you can check out the link below to the description text. There's a lot of behind the scenes screenshots in that Patreon post, and of course, as I get this map finished, the 8K map will go up in that post, and I will update it accordingly and let everybody know when it's available. And I'll be sharing some more screenshots there as well. So don't forget to tune in, follow along, subscribe if you haven't already here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon to get more updates for future content. And if you want to follow along and you want to get in and you want to get the maps and the campaign module and a copy of the book and a copy of the game and all those other things, you can pick up a subscription over at Patreon. And there's various tiers, and it's all laid out how you can participate and what you get for each tier. But there's copies of the book, there's copies of the tabletop, there's copies of the point and click adventure game. Plus, you get all the behind the scenes access to the stuff that we're posting right now and have been posting over the last 3 months we've worked on this project. So hopefully you'll join us over there as well. To all of the people who are already subscribing, thanks so much for your support. To all of those who may consider joining, awesome. Look forward to having you in the fold. Don't forget to check our Discord. You can see snippets on social media like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And of course, if you want behind the scenes daily snippets of Christina's artwork, my brother's point and click adventure game work, and the things that I'm doing with the various tabletop components, you can follow our relative individual TikToks. All of those links are below. And we will see everybody in the next episode. Cheers.